What's up, guys, and welcome back to The Gift of the Gab. I'm Tia.
And I'm Ben.
And this is episode
42 of The Gift of the Gab.
Let's get into it.
Is that what we're doing?
So a recent report has come out to say that the UK isn't racist.
I heard. News to me, isn't it? I don't even want to spend too much time on this.
Yeah.
It was like we investigated ourselves and found out we were doing no wrong.
Yeah.
And then they got some black faces to be on the commissioners thing and mixed in some Asian people and one or two white people. And then they were like, we're all good. In fact, we're a model to other white majority countries.
Yeah, no. And I was reading, I forget what newspaper it was, but I was underneath one of its comments in on YouTube.
That was probably The Sun.
No, it was Blue.
Was Guardian?
Blue? Yes, The Guardian. And like somebody in the comments was saying like, oh, like you need to come to so and so part of England where everyone's on benefits and like no one can get out of like the situation they're in. And it's like, okay, and like that person's point was, oh, the UK isn't racist because there are other parts of the area that is poor. But that's just not what racism is. Like you can be the richest person in the world and still experience racism because you're black.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't.
Yeah.
How much money you have doesn't take away that factor.
Mm-hmm.
That is what a lot of people don't seem to understand. Like they think, oh, there are a lot of other groups, white groups, that are struggling as well, which is, you know, like every ethnicity does have their struggles, but it does differ.
This is true. But yeah, UK report, how convenient. They think they're not racist. But this isn't news to anybody.
Not at all.
Yeah, this wasn't news to anybody. They just, I think David Lammy put it best in his tweet said. He said, for my own mental well-being, I'm not doing media interviews on the race commission today. Like so many in Britain's black community, I'm tired of the endless debate about whether structural racism exists with little desire to actually address it. We are being gaslighted.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, we said, I don't think we're racist as the racist person.
Yeah.
It's just like, are we really going to go into this? And it's just giving people in positions of power a chance to say, well, the report says we're not racist, so technically.
Yeah, we've done a whole investigation on it.
Yeah.
And nothing came of it. It's like, okay.
But is this not surprising from the UK? Not surprising at all.
Right.
Did anything surprise you this week?
Well, I did see a school did a protest.
Yeah.
For a rule. I can't remember what they didn't like. I believe there was something to do with hijabs. They weren't allowed to wear a certain type of hijab.
Yeah, and also afros. They were trying to enforce specific hairstyles or something like that.
Yeah.
Or saying that if your hairstyle blocks the views of others, like
you can't have it. Like an afro, then you can't have it. And the whole school.
That doesn't make sense. Because what if you're just tall? That blocks the views of others. What are you going to be?
True.
But the kids got out there and protested, sat down and said, we're not moving.
Yep.
And the head teacher came back with the quick rebuttal.
Yep.
Like, okay, turns out you can have your afro, guys. I was wrong. My bad. Do you think that was the head teacher's decision, or do you think you know more about schools?
Do you know what? I think it depends on the type of school, because it could have been a school with a trust where the head teacher didn't have any say. She just had to enforce the rule. And then she's got on the phone with the trust and they've said, okay, to get the children back in school or back in class, we'll just, do this U-turn.
Yeah.
Or it could have been a rule that the head teacher enforced, and a lot of the teachers might not even have agreed with it themselves. And, like there's a number of ways that it could have.
Yeah, can you imagine being a teacher with your afro there? Like,
Yeah.
But yeah. Did your school ever have a protest?
No.
We did.
About what?
We had a protest about, they were trying to, well, not even trying to because they succeeded. So our school was split over two sites.
Yeah.
Originally we had year 7 to 9 on one site, and then year 10 upwards on the upper side, and they were trying to change the system and make it so that half of each year was on either side. So it was basically like two separate schools, but you kind of intermixed. And then on that year that they were trying to do it, on that that last couple of days or the last day or whatever, we had a protest. Like, we just didn't want to attend lessons.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I remember seeing it in music, and then the music teacher had to go downstairs and help, and everybody ran out the class.
Oh gosh.
And like they just rounded us all up, issued a bunch of detentions and threats, and then next year we were split across sides.
Oh, so like did the two sites ever mix with each other?
Yeah, occasionally, like sports day and stuff, but not in your day to day, or unless you were like sixth form.
So basically they were two individual schools with the same name.
Like when a new person joined, we wouldn't know if like someone was new in our year or thing from the other side. Like there were whole people we didn't really know from the other side. So it made us a bit more distant with the other side.
I guess what they were saying, like, I guess their point was like, if you got the years, like the younger kids and then the older kids, they never get to mix.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're always just with your age kind of range.
Yeah. And then, I guess it's a big adjustment when you're going from the top dog year 9 to the little dog year 10. Yeah. But, they did that. And it worked out in the end, but we wasn't happy about it. And we protested. Well, at least these kids at Pimlico got their job done.
Yeah, see, sometimes, you can protest and change happens. Sometimes.
Well, right now they're trying to change the protesting rules and give police more powers to limit non-violent protests, which is very surprising. They're trying to have like noise limits and stuff, which they're trying to just like curb protests.
Yeah,
is what they're essentially trying to do.
Because how do you know if they've gone above the noise limit? Yeah,
it's just one of those things. Like, the officer's like, I smell weed, and it's like you can't physically prove that.
Yeah.
In like when you take them to the station, like you could smell weed.
Yeah.
It's just like, I had suspicion. I was suspicious of you or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just one of those rules that's like, it's in their favor so that they can do stuff like that.
Yeah, so they're just trying to make it more difficult for people to protest.
Yeah, and not enough people, Bath are throwing a protest about it, but I feel like not enough people are talking about it. Like, it's just going to happen, and then it's not going to be noticed for a while until there's something serious that affects mainly like white people. Where if it's like a protest where the majority of people going are white, like, that's when it will be taken seriously.
If the majority of people are black, it's like, just a bunch of black people getting arrested again.
Yeah, that's when it will be taken seriously. Like, why are they arresting people for peacefully protesting?
Yeah.
But meanwhile, people are peacefully protesting all their time because they're having their rights violated, and people don't seem to care. But, what is that saying? There is a saying. It was like, when they came for these people, I said nothing. And when they came for these people, I said nothing. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak.
I've never heard that saying before.
That's because I probably butchered it, but all the same.
Well, this week, did you see?
Yes, I did.
The lady who went missing.
Oh,
Sarah
Everard.
Yeah. So Kate Middleton.
Yeah.
Went to her visual.
Yeah.
And so a police officer, chief police officer, was talking about it on a Press of the Dick. Was talking about Kate Middleton and why she went to the visual. And of course, she didn't have a mask on. There wasn't social distancing or anything like that.
Yeah.
And once she was asked the question...
Fumble City. Because she knows that, like...
Yeah, there was not... Like, she was trying to defend the undefendable.
Yeah, she knows it was what it seemed like. The royal family were in hot news that week.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I don't know Kate's intentions, but it just seemed very, very convenient. Like it was like some sort of PR stunt.
Yeah.
And like they're trying to get them doing good things out there. And then I'm sure she is showing support for him or for that. But even like the rules on the vigil were that the vigil's not happening anymore, or
it was meant to be cancelled.
Yeah, it was meant to be cancelled, and then also to have very noticeable people out there from the royal family.
Yeah,
it seems to be against the message that the police is saying of everyone needs to stay, and then Cressida Dick is trying to defend her and say, it could be legal.
And she was saying like, because I think the interviewer asked her, would she have gone, and she said no because it's not legal.
Yeah, so
it wasn't a legal
so
protest.
She was just stepping in. She should have either thrown Kate under the bus.
Yeah, it seemed like she was trying to defend herself as to why she wouldn't go, because obviously that's not the right thing to do, and then defend Kate as
for
well.
going. Oh, there are some reasons why people not from that era could legally maybe be there, and it was just like you were hoping they didn't ask you this question.
It was to me, it was all about timing. You know, what's her name? Meghan Markle had just did the interview with Oprah Winfrey. And the royal family were in some hot water from that. And then they were like, oh, you know, this is happening. This is a perfect time for Kate to show that she's like in support of another woman and, you know, someone who needs the support.
And as I said, like, of course, the intention could be genuine, and it probably is genuine because a lot of people were upset. But it seemed very convenient that during this whole scandal, like she's making a very public appearance right now.
Yeah, and without a mask.
Yeah.
And I think that she went without a mask so that she was noticeable.
Recognized. Yeah. Because with the mask, she might not have been recognized.
Yeah, and then it would have been like, oh, was it Kate? It looked like Kate, but we're not quite sure. They wanted to make sure that she was noticeable.
They might have been sure if them Queen's guards with them big hats were for them.
She didn't look like she had security either.
She definitely had security.
Yeah, she definitely had security.
They were probably plain clothes, yeah.
That was a PR stunt. In my eyes, that was definitely
it looked like a PR stunt. It looked very convenient. But she was also paying her respect, so I don't down her for that. It just looked like it was very convenient on the royal family's behalf. Whether her own intentions aligned with the royal family, it just seemed very convenient for the royal family's behalf. So that's what I'll say that about that. And wear your mask, people. It's all right to wear your mask.
Yeah, I'll be wearing it. Wearing it. Well, so that's what you had to say on that. But what do you have to say on the Sweetie and Quivo whole video?
Well, I will say, I don't know what was going on there. It just didn't seem very good to the eye. It didn't seem very good. I didn't like what I saw. Didn't like it at all.
Well, I know who likes what they saw. Meet me outside. How about that?
What happened?
She
Oh, she got a milli.
Yeah, on OnlyFans. Yeah. 6 hours of work.
I gotta say, there's a lot of perverts out there.
I wouldn't know what she was doing.
No, not even that. She just turned 18. So for however many people to sign up to her OnlyFans, say they were watching her and hoping for that content. That is disgusting. What was she
doing? Because some people, I heard they just be showing their toes and stuff.
But you know the people weren't there to see her toes. They weren't there to see her toes. Like, let's be honest. They were perving on her, and as soon as she turned 18 and got on OnlyFans, which the site, whether it was in its intention, has been attributed to, you know, you go on there and do some revealing content, and some people don't, but that's what the site got famous for being able to make money doing more explicit things or suggested things online. It seemed very creepy to me that a girl just turns 18 when she's been in the limelight as a child. I think it's really quite worrying that as soon as she turned 18, although it's legal, there was a lot of people I want to see her OnlyFans.
Yeah. Oh damn, she really just turned 18.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm
26th of March. She was physically a child.
Yeah, she's been physically a child from that time. From last week, she was physically a child.
I didn't realize it was just her birthday.
That is why it seemed very creepy to me.
So do you think that OnlyFans their age limit should be higher
Not
than
even
18?
The age.
20.
Because the cutoff limit is going to be somewhere.
I'm saying, should OnlyFans
raise it from...
Yeah.
Okay. I get what not should the age of what you are. Maybe that would help. But I think either way, for me, it's just weird because last week she was underage and then a day turned and suddenly she's getting a lot of attention from probably grown men. And it seems to me very very creepy. And although it's legal, I feel a type of way about it. But for me, it's you were just looking at her music videos of her as a kid. And if you were saying anything suggestive, that would have been inappropriate. Yeah. And one day turned and suddenly it's fine.
No, I see
That's
what you mean,
all I'm trying to say.
I guess she's pretty happy with
yeah.
6 hours work.
If she's making money, like, good enough, they're making all that money and all their thing. And even if she's on there reading books and Perv came on there looking for more, and that's what she had, more power to you.
Yeah.
Get your money and do your thing. But it's also like, I hope she's got the right team around her that is actually looking out for her and not just like, oh yeah, do this because you will generate this interest, and do this because I feel like a lot behind the scenes is what's going to make money, what's going to get views, what's going to get attention. Like looking at Disney Channel, I feel like there were a lot of child stars that it looked like they were thrown into adult responsibilities a bit too early.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of pressure and a lot of views and a lot of things that really impacts people. And then when it happens, people will be like, oh, well, let her do her own thing right now. She's this, she's that. But if they have a mental breakdown, now everyone's turning around.
And that's exactly what happened to Justin Bieber, didn't you? Like, you know, and I don't know how his family situation was, but like you look at someone like Justin Bieber who didn't appear to have that kind of
and you see the impact,
and then you see the impact that it had on him, and then how social media turned it around on him, and like, he was like the bad guy
all too often.
And that's similar to what Safari was saying this week with social media. It's got 22-year-olds wanting to off themselves because they don't make 6 figures.
It's true. It's true. You see it in the comments, and even like comparing, like if my girl doesn't have this, or if my man doesn't have that, and it's like you set yourself these high expectations only to be disappointed when you step out into the real world and you see like, oh, the majority of people don't have this. For most people on the internet, 9 to 5 is what has put food in their bellies. It's what their parents have been doing.
But social media doesn't make it look like that. It doesn't make it look.
It doesn't make it. It makes it look like it's not an okay thing. And the thing is, you need a 9 to 5. Not everyone can own a business. Yeah. You need people to work.
You need someone for every level. If everyone was going to be the same, society wouldn't work.
What is the saying? The world needs ditch diggers too. Like there is a role for everybody, and like I feel like
can't have the same role.
Social media highlights the fast, easy life, and do this, the expensive things, and like you see it, and I think a lot of people can see it and look at that and be like, okay, that's a celebrity's life, that is this life. But there's a growing amount of people, especially younger people, who when they grow up on the internet, they see it and they somehow tie their self-worth to that. And it's okay to be different. And it's okay to aim big and want this and set your goals. And
you have to be realistic though with yourself and do small steps.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have a job, but I want to make 6 figures.
I think everyone would, well, not even everyone. Some people are literally comfortable with their life that they have. But adults and parents and kids alike are affected by social media. Kids more so.
Yeah.
But you just need to step back and realize that like a lot of this is a show.
Social media isn't real.
It's a show. It's a show.
It is.
You literally, like, even on Snapchat, amongst your personal friends, think about how many times you've been with someone and they've like, oh, let me take a picture of this,
your plate.
Of your plate or of this thing. Like, you literally don't know where that picture's come from, how that video came about. You just see the end result, the nice polished finished version, and it's like, ooh.
Wow, yeah.
Social media, eh? But yeah, well, I'm sure everyone saw or at least heard of what was happening with Lil Nas X this week.
Yeah, because we're a bit late to the game. It's been out for about a week now. Did you watch the music video?
No.
You haven't watched it?
I chickened out.
Why?
I chickened out.
Tell us why you haven't watched it.
So, like, when you're in school and, they were like, say Bloody Mary in front of the mirror 3 times and she'll appear and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm never one to like test fate. And once I heard it was like very satanic imagery, I was just like, nah, G. I feel like I'll stay away. What if I'm taking in some stuff I don't need to take in? See, what if I can't forget and I'm singing the lyrics?
Oh gosh, I watched it a few times.
Ah, Jesus.
Yeah. I watched it a few times because I watched it like it was just on trending, so I just watched it and I had just no expectation. I was like, "What the?"
I haven't even seen it because I haven't. Yeah, it hasn't come on my trending page or anything.
Really?
No, not once. I haven't even seen a post on Instagram, apart from the post about the shoes, which we'll get onto.
Yes.
I haven't seen a post about like actual images from the video.
Seriously.
Not one.
So it starts off and he's like in a garden next to a tree, which I can only assume is meant to be the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
And then a snake comes. Like, he's every character, basically.
Okay.
So a snake comes and, you know, he has a little run away from the snake, and then the snake gets him and licks him.
Yeah.
And I could have swore I saw him bite an apple, but, you know...
See, that's what the video does to you. You're seeing stuff now. You see? Before Tia was coherent, could see.
And see, I could have swore I went back to try and see if I saw him bite the...
The video changes what you're saying.
I don't know.
Every time you play, you get a different message.
And then he's giving the devil a lap dance.
Oh.
He goes down the pole and he's giving the devil a lap dance. It was a whole thing.
But to be honest, I don't know his like person thing. I think he's a troll, and I think this was a whole troll. But I don't play with
to get the attention.
Yeah, because he's known for trolling on Twitter quite a bit, and I think this is a troll. But for me, I was like, you know what? Even if this is a troll, like the direct imagery, I didn't want to. I didn't want to invite it into my vision, into my psyche. I was like, I just heard about it, and I was like, oh.
When I clicked on it, I never expected it.
Is it Montero or Montero? Well, as you see, guys, I didn't watch the video. And then he partnered up with MSCHF, spelt without all the vowels. And they made these Nike shoes. Yeah. These Air Maxes. First of all, I have to say the colorway looked clean. I ain't gonna lie about that. I just didn't like the pentagram and all the other satanic and the devil.
Well, they said that it was gonna have like a drop of human blood.
Not going to. It does.
Like an actual. Like, was that something that they just said, or was that something?
No, apparently, you know how the Air Max the Air Maxes have the bubble at the back.
Yeah.
They mixed the liquid. Apparently, a drop of blood from the workers at MSCHF. And it's a red liquid. Yeah. And the shoe, there was a YouTuber, he's received it, and he was reviewing his shoe. Yeah. And it's got Luke 10:18 on there. Oh. Have you read the verse? Because I heard about it, and then I went to read the verse, and it said like, and then Satan fell from heaven like a bolt of lightning or something like that. No. And so those are embroidered on the shoe as well. And I was just like, oh man, you took what could have been a good design and you just evified it.
Evified it.
And it was just like, oh no. Like, I don't play. Even if it's all a troll, and I'm sure most likely it's just trolling and attention, but it's just like, I don't know, it's too much for me. It's too much for me.
Why do I feel like the shoes is now cancelled?
Cancelled? Oh, that's because Nike pulled up with the big lawsuit and said, we're suing.
Who are they suing?
MSCHF, the company. And probably, I think MSCHF was named in the court documents. But because Nike was getting... Nike? Why am I saying that like that? Nike was getting a lot of bad attention because people thought that they co-signed that shoe, like they allowed it to happen. Yeah. And they basically said like, no, these people have bought our shoes and have customized it, and they were basically suing them for bringing bad attention to their brand.
Yeah, because I was very confusion. I thought it was like a Nike shoe that you would buy off Nike.
That is what Nike didn't want people to think, because a lot of people saw that come out and they were like, Nike is allowing this? Cancel Nike. And they were like, no, literally someone bought our shoe and is reselling it, these customized versions. Yeah. And we haven't co-signed to say that they can sell this version.
Oh, well, they're not allowed to sell it now.
Yeah.
So do you think he did the song in order to sell the shoes?
No, I think he did the shoes in order to bring attention to the song, because I think they already knew that Nike was not going to let that fly. They must have known Nike would have. Literally like Satan shoes?
Yeah.
What brand would want to be associated to that?
I'm just not with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But do you, boo? But yeah, it's not for me.
It was not for me. And, you know.
You didn't even watch it.
I was scared, man. I ain't scared to see it.
No, it was like...
It was nighttime when I heard about it too. Yeah. I was just like... And even with the movies, you know how long it took me to watch that movie called Devil? Because they had Devil in the title.
Well, you'd be watching...
Now
you're fine.
Now I'm fine. But when I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to watch Harry Potter. Yeah. So I grew up and I was like, oh man. But I never got that because I wasn't allowed to watch Harry Potter. But Then we'll watch like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, my auntie was like that. Like, like charms, and like they used to they have magic powers. Also, I have something to say. So they were comparing this Lil Nas music video to WAP, which I feel like it's a completely different kettle of fish. They're both explicit, but in different ways.
Mm-hmm. I guess one is explicit in terms of the adult theme.
Yeah.
And the second is explicit, especially if you have either a connection or believe in religion and something like that. Because maybe if you're not...
but it's Lil Nas's one is all like twerking.
Oh,
because
I didn't see that. I don't know like what happens like really in the video. So maybe it's also adult material, but I think it's the mixture of the adult material with quite a controversial thing as well.
Yeah.
That just ignited the fire that the internet.
But they'd be like, oh, like how can little kids watch this? But why are you allowing your little kids to watch this? The question. They should be watching Dora the Explorer.
Did you see his response to who? Joyner Lucas tweeted at him like, "Oh, Lil Nas, you should know that a lot of kids found out about you because of Little Old Town Road and stuff." And then he was like, his response to that song was literally about me drinking lean and committing adultery. He's like, lean all in my blood, cheated on my baby. You can go and ask her. These are also lyrics that, depending on what your stance is on different views, you're gonna have an issue with it. And your kids shouldn't be watching this. Point blank. Period.
You need to monitor music for your children, not they put out what they want to put out.
Exactly.
You let your children listen to what you want to let them listen to.
There is a lot of bad things online, but I think especially what made it touching is that the direct imagery to Satan, is what got a lot of people scared of the video.
Yeah, that video wasn't for me.
Yeah, and I guess even with like the WAP video and stuff like that, that
video is not for me either.
There will be a lot of videos like that where it's not for a lot of people, but you also have to be careful that now you can't really control what others do.
Yeah.
You can speak on it, you can say this, but you also have the responsibility to make sure that you're not ingesting that content if you don't like it, or the people who are dependent on you aren't ingesting it.
I'm sure my mum don't even know what WAP is.
What's WAP? Huh?
I'm willing to put down money on it that she don't know what WAP is.
No.
I should say, do you know what WAP is?
No, that's too much.
How do I explain it to her if she asks me what is WAP?
You just say it's worship and praise.
They should go around WAP.
WAP in the house of the Lord. But yeah, I think that was all the controversy around it, right?
Yeah.
That was all the controversy. Yeah. Not for me. Not for me.
No, I probably need some holy water now.
I'm glad I didn't see it. I'm glad I didn't see it. I was big wuss out here. I said,
No. So there's a question I saw on Instagram this week, and I wanted to see what your response was. And the question is, what meal would you cook for your in-laws? Like, it's the first time you're going to see them. You're really worried about like impressing them. What meal?
So I have to cook a meal.
Maybe they're coming over.
Yeah, they have to be coming to yours because then you're in your domain. You're in your instruments. You got the kitchen stuff. All right, so it's gonna be a meal that I'm good at cooking.
Yeah,
and one that isn't like too far off. Yeah, so it has to be. Ooh, I feel like I make a pretty banging chow mein.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I'm gonna be on it. Tell see if it's a lie.
No, your chow mein is good.
Yeah,
it's a bit basic, but
don't try me. Don't try put me on here like this. My chow mein is good. Ooh, I was gonna say maybe I'll make the fish that I made this week, but the thing is, like, some people don't like seafood.
Yeah.
Can you go first? Whilst I think. You have something.
If I was gonna make your mum food, it most likely is gonna be something fried. I was thinking about this and like, I don't
really fry that much.
No, I don't know what I would do. I would do prawns, sweet chili prawns.
See, there I would say you might make a mistake.
Oh.
Yeah, you might make a mistake because she doesn't like sweet stuff.
Oh yeah, you're
she
right.
She kind of like savory more than that.
Because see, that's a meal for me.
But to be honest, you could phone in a subpar meal to me or my mom and probably not know it was subpar. Like from our reaction to eating it.
I feel like I can do that too.
No, you can't. If I phoned in a subpar meal to you right now, you wouldn't be able to hide it.
I would.
No, you would. Your face would be like. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying.
You're lying.
And it's a genetic thing.
No, you're lying.
I am not lying. I wish they could see the faces right now because Tia's face would 100% give it away. 100% give it away.
No, I feel like I'm a... I feel like I can hide that I don't like it.
Tia, don't lie.
I can hide it well.
No, you can't.
Comment down below if you can hide it as well.
No, you can't.
If you don't like someone's food.
Ooh.
It's a bit hard for us because I'm Jamaican and you're Ghanaian.
I don't know what I would cook that. What have I seen your mother eat that I think I could?
My mum don't be eating different food, so.
But I don't even know what I seen her eat. She apart from Jamaican food, like I don't know what.
That's it.
Yeah, and I wouldn't attempt.
Full stop.
You know what I would do? I'd make the patty. I'd make a patty. That's a snack, but you know, I would have showed effort. I would have showed effort trying to show some relation. And I don't think the patty that I made the other time was too terrible.
Maybe I'll go ahead and make jello fries.
I think you should just hold your horses.
Or I'll make fufu.
Definitely. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll make fufu and banku. Did I say it right?
Okay.
Did I say it right?
You made banku.
I'm not sure what banku is, but...
But you're going to make it.
Yeah.
No. You know your face would show. I'm still...
Yes, my face will show.
Yes, your face would show.
My dislike for a lot of things...
You can't hide it on your face.
I can't hide a lot of things. I can't hide if I don't like you. I can't hide if I'm upset.
Yeah.
I can't hide.
It's very easy to tell when something has immediately upset you or like a food has immediately displeased you because your whole energy just changes. And you in your head you think like, I am hiding it. And everyone else is looking at you like, oh, she really doesn't like that.
No, you make it seem
like the truth.
Wow, you making it. Do you know what this reminds me of? When Elia J and her boyfriend Menelik was trying stuff.
Oh,
and like
yeah, I think we talked about that on here.
Yeah, we did a few episodes back. And you could just tell in her face she didn't like it.
Yeah,
you could. You could tell in her, and it blew up on social media.
Yeah. And I probably in her face, she thought like, "Oh yeah, you know what? It doesn't look that bad. I don't look that bad."
When they were editing it, I think I would be like 10 times worse.
Oh, I 100% agree. I wouldn't put you in front of the camera.
No, not eating something new.
Yeah, no. I think this month I even said we're gonna try new
foods every month.
Every month, just to. Expand your palate a bit.
Yeah, so we'll update you on this.
Yeah, she had roasted duck,
pancakes.
Yeah,
that was nice. I really enjoyed that
with the hoisin duck and stuff. We shredded it up and put it in
with some carrots and stuff. We made
carrots and cucumber.
Carrots, damn.
Yeah, cucumber.
Yeah, that was nice. So we'll update you what
else?
What Tia
tries.
Yeah, what Tia tries.
That's a new segment. Once a month we'll update you what Tia tries.
Wow.
Well, that's been us.
Yes, and you've been listening to The Gift of the Gab, episode 42.
Yes.
Thanks for listening.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Wow, okay.
Sorry, every time I'm editing, I notice you say and I wanted to steal it.
Okay.
To tell a friend.
Yeah, you can find us on all platforms that podcasts are found. Let us know down below if you're good at hiding when you don't like something or someone.
Do you say it?
Yeah.
Or do you not say it?
Or does your face say it for you?
Have you ever seen my face react?
I don't think so. You like everything.
Is that what you think?
Will you eat it? See, not only do I not like it, I can't eat it.
Yeah, I can eat it even if I don't like it. Like I can hold us down at a bad dinner party.
Oh, I couldn't.
You could slide the food onto my plate and I'll be able to help you out.
Oh gosh.
I have that skill set.
Just don't invite me.
Where's Tia? Oh, yeah.
No, she's not feeling well.
Yeah. We'll give her a portion. Okay.
Don't invite me.
So
yes, once again, thanks for listening.
Yep. See ya. Ciao.